What is up, everybody? It is I, Ronin, doing a little bit of a different video today. So, as you all know at this point, Link for Reigns Pack 2, it's pretty much been fully leaked. We know it's going to be in it. And one of the cards in it was Psy-framelord Lambda. Now, as anyone who watches the channel enough knows, I am kind of a fan of Psy-frames. It's generally the deck I use whenever I'm not doing a video and I just feel like playing because I like to be able to do nothing past it still have it to be considered an alright move. So I figured I'd just do sort of a review of my own testing of the Link monster. And I gotta say, it's a very good card, just not in a pure Psy-frame deck like this one. And let me explain. So first, its abilities. Requires 2 monsters to summon except for tokens, points bottom left, bottom right. 1700 attack, pretty good for a Link 2. And while it is on the field, you can use your Psy-frame hand traps while you have other monsters on the field, which is helpful and pretty much expected because where else would the deck really go? But and then it also says whenever one of your psychic monsters is banished, you can search another hand trap during the end phase. So very solid card. Generic summoning conditions. The issue is you can't. Well, to say you couldn't summon it in Psy-frames would be a lie because you can't summon it in regular Psy-frames. It's just a challenge to summon in regular Psy-frames. And in normal Psy-frames, it would not be worth the effort because here's the thing about Psy-frames. The large weakness of the deck is considered to be that you have to have an open field to use the stuff and you have to have the field spell. So Lambda does not relieve the need for a field spell, and while it is on the field, it opens up a few other weaknesses in the Psy-frame strategy. So, Lambda, it stays on the field, obviously, but that leaves it open to being kaiju'd, so if someone throws a Gamecill on top of it, then you have a dead or mostly dead hand. And for the sake of this, let's just put in some Lambda. See what we would have to take out of the deck, assuming we could get it onto the field consistently, which you cannot in this deck, by the way. So we'll drop that, throw in that. There, we got ourselves a Lambda. Now we have to look at what cards do we have to take out. So first, we have to take out Beta. We also have to take out Drowning because we'll no longer consistently have an open field. We won't be able to use that. And now that does leave spaces open to the deck to put in things to sort of continue plays afterwards. The issue is, more often than not, in a normal Psy-frame deck, it would just end up being Lambda Pass because you can't summon any of your other Psy-frame monsters. So, one second. Let me get the thing back. Alright. That's blank deck space. So there we go. So you could run other monster engines in here to summon more things, and that could work, but I don't know, my feelings on it are mixed because, like I said, it is a good card in general. It's just the issue becomes it's not good in Psy-frame, and you can tell they weren't really designing it for Psy-frame so much as the Psy-frame hand traps, because in every other deck, this is very summonable. It doesn't do a whole lot to benefit the Psy-frame strategy outside of some amount of searching, which you can kind of get with Alpha, which I should have in here. Yeah, Alpha. And it's just more often than not, you're not going to be wanting a field because that way you can take advantage of cards like Drowning Mirror Force, because probably one of the most effective battle traps in the game. You can use it because you have a more often than not open field. So again, though, like I said, this card is good in pretty much every other deck. The summoning conditions are extremely generic and easy to achieve. If you're running the Psy-frame hand traps, it searches them out, so that's some good disruption for you. And it points bottom left and right, which is basically the 2 best spots for Link arrows. So, yeah, sort of short video today, sorry. In conclusion, if you were playing a pure Psy-frame deck like this one, Lambda is not worth running because it takes away a lot of the utility cards you can use and really forces you to play other engines in the deck that may or may not be great for you. But in any other deck, if you're splashing in Gamma for like Gamma or I think Deltas, the spell one, yeah, so if you're splashing in like a Gamma or a Delta, I say you can't go wrong running like one or two of these just because it's a good way to be able to, just sort of play through, and I can appreciate that fact. So it's not awful. And if it were meant for Psy-frames, really, it would help you get the field spell. But anyways, those are just my thoughts on the card. But let me know what you think. I kind of want to know. Do you like the card? Do you think it's feasible to use in normal Psy-frames? Do you think it's just better as a splashed engine? Like, am I totally off base here? I really want to hear you guys' thoughts. Yeah, like if you liked, comment if you have something to say, and subscribe if you want more. This has been Ronin, signing off.